if you landed on this video, that means that you are in advantage than 99% of traders on whole YouTube scene. And the reason why I'm telling that, guys, is because in today's video I'm gonna show you something that literally changed my life and my trading career. Like, this was that final missing piece, that was the final thing. Like, I would say this was the holy grail that I was searching the whole fucking time. Like, this was that one thing. So in today's video I'm gonna share with you that, guys. But first, before we go into the sauce, I just want to show you the proof. So in the course of like less than 4 months, I would say I made around more than 6 figures in total profits. You can see my average risk to reward is like 1.7 and my win rate is around like 80%. You can see trade with broker over here connected. And also, guys, one thing that you need to keep in mind, like, this was yesterday and this was day before, and you can see over here my name, date and profits aligned, and also my name, profits and date aligned. So the reason why I'm showing you this is not to flex on you or something like that. Like, I'm showing you this because I know that trading is gonna be hard. Sometimes you're gonna feel lonely, you're gonna be depressed. Like, I remember when I was like trying to become profitable, I was standing like this, bro. I couldn't sleep because I knew that I'm meant for something more. Like, I knew that trading is gonna be something that I want to do for the rest of my life, but I just couldn't figure it out. And I was so depressed, I was sad, I was literally crying. But at the end, everything played out in my favor because I never gave up. So in today's video, I genuinely want to help you guys, because if this changed my life, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna change yours. So let's dive into the charts so I can explain you everything. And guys, just before we go into the charts, this is Nicole, one of my first students, and she literally texted me yesterday. I did it, Beppo. 2000 payout request got approved. One account and second account. You can see she was like, when she came to me, she was like, Beppo, I don't know how to trade. Like, I'm just lost, like, in all this journey, what I need to do. And you can see she put in the work and results are real. So everything is possible if you put in the work. But remember, you need to put in the real work. You need true guidance from somebody who is actually profitable, not from those fake ass demo gurus, but from somebody who is actually profitable. So what are we actually gonna do? Here is the Nasdaq, and we are gonna go and backtest this whole month around, like, I think that we are 10 days into this month, and I'm gonna show you the 4 winning trades that I took. You don't need to trade every single day. You don't need to aim for, I don't know, 1 to you don't need to catch bottom of the moves, top of the moves like this, trying to catch, I don't know, 1 to 10 risk to reward. You really don't need to do that. Like, if you know the bias, if you know that market is gonna go to the upside or downside, you just need to catch a small piece of that move here, 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 and here, and that's pretty much it. That's how you are gonna be extremely profitable. So let's get into it. So guys, first trade of this month was on Wednesday. As you can see, I made around $8,000. So let's go to that day and replay everything. So guys, basically what I was looking for here is, if we go from the daily chart, let's do top-down analysis first. So you can see that Nasdaq is pretty much bullish. We are respecting these bullish fair value gaps on the daily time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour. You can see that that market is still respecting all of those bullish gaps, and I was like, okay, if on the hard time frame we are respecting all of the bullish gaps, that means that for sure we're gonna see hard price action. Then I scaled lower on the 1-hour time frame, and here is where I saw something very, very beautiful. So literally market is respecting bullish fair value gaps, and market is disrespecting the bearish gaps. You can see one bearish gap got disrespected, and the second gap also got disrespected over here. And I was like, okay, I know that market is for sure bullish. I'm just gonna catch a simple move over here, and you can see one more time what market did. Came here into the bullish gap, respected bullish gap, and then skyrocket to the upside. So the thing is, I'm gonna replay the price because I always trade from 9:30. So this is the 9:30. I'm always gonna wait. This is where the New York M session open is, and I'm never gonna trade before. Sometimes I'm gonna take a trade, but usually I trade just from 9:30 until 11 o'clock. So if we play the price, 9:30, 9:30, 9:30, here we go. 9:30 was here, so we are gonna scale one more time to the lower time frame, because my entry is always 1, 2, or 3 minutes, and sometimes 5. So guys, let's repeat one more time. On the 4-hour, we are respecting bullish gaps. On the 1-hour, we are respecting bullish gaps. On the 50-minute, we are respecting this bullish gap, so we can even refine this one more time. You can see we came here and we are respecting, plus we swept the liquidity, sell side liquidity, which means we are targeting the opposite liquidity. So right now let's go to the 5 minute. Okay, 5 minute there is no gaps. Let's go to the 3 minute, no gaps. Let's go to the 2 minute, still no gaps. And on the 1 minute we actually have gaps, because gaps are gonna be the only entry model that we are gonna use. So guys, look at this. If we really want to see these highs, we want to see bearish fair value gap getting disrespected. So I have everything that I need to see in order to take bullish trade, but right now I just need to wait for my entry confluence. So you can see I was waiting for this to be inversed. Okay, still didn't, and boom, here we go. It got inversed. I entered here. Stop loss is always gonna be underneath the lows, something like this or something like this, and I was targeting these highs for 1.4 risk to reward. And if you play the price, boom, here we go. Do you understand, guys? You don't need to catch 1 to 10 risk to rewards. If you can repeat this process every single day, or at least 2 to 3 times per week, you're gonna be extremely profitable day trader. Like this is the only trade that I took 5 days into the month. This trade over here, 2 minutes. In 2 minutes it played out, and I made around like $8,000 across 8 accounts, if I'm right. So do you see, guys? This was literally, if somebody told me this before, I would become profitable in like a month, bro. So guys, that was the Wednesday. Now we're gonna go to Thursday, day after the Wednesday, of course. Okay, so this candle over here is 8 o'clock. Now we're gonna wait for 9:30 like always. And guys, I already explained you the bias. So this whole week I'm looking for bullish bias, and I don't care about this candle, guys, to be honest, because still we have these bullish gaps over here that probably are going to give you the reaction if we are truly bullish. So you can see over here, even if you sometimes fail bias, of course, not every single time that you're going to be right. Sometimes you're going to fail. That's completely normal. We are humans. We fail. And at the end, every single strategy is going to lose. So it doesn't matter. But guys, we swept this liquidity, we swept this sell side liquidity, and we swept this liquidity, and we came into the bullish fair value gap. Let's even refine this from the 4-hour to 1 hour. Now we're gonna go to the lower time frame. I'm gonna just remove this like this, and I was like, okay, so we swept all the liquidity, and I know that maybe we are gonna dump lower, but if we are respecting the bullish gap, if we swept all the liquidity, we for sure need to see at least few points to the upside. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go to the lower time frame and wait for inversion of the fair value gap. That's literally all I need to see. We have delivery, sweep, and we are gonna target the opposite liquidity. So this is the trade that I took. Actually, my entry was around here on 2 minutes, if I'm right. Yeah, on 2 minutes we have perfect inversion, and my entry was here. Stop loss underneath here, because I didn't want to keep it big. I just knew that we are gonna dump, and I just wanted to like literally take piece of the pie. So I'm gonna target maybe 1 to 1, because there is not clear liquidity. You can see that market is just trade dumping, so we don't have anything to target but 1 to 1 to secure the profits. And if we play the price, boom, it just played out at 1 to 1, and it was the trade that actually made me money. And maybe even if you were bearish, like it doesn't even matter, because market came here, swept this liquidity, and inversed this fair value gap over here. So you could just ride this momentum, and you could take this short position, stop loss here, and I don't know, target 1 to 1, or even ride your, let's say, where is the significant low. So this is the significant low over here, so you could ride your trade all the way to the here. I didn't take this trade personally, but you could take that one. As you can see, it played out. So base hits compound. Does this make sense for you? Like, you don't need to catch the whole move from here, the whole move from here. You just need to take piece of the cake. Literally, you just need to take one piece of the cake over here, and if you can repeat this every day, that's it. You're gonna be a profitable day trader. So that was the first week of the month. I made almost $20,000 in just, you can see, Monday no trades, Tuesday no trades, and Friday no trades. 2 trades per week, almost 20k. Do you see, guys? It's simple as that. Now we're gonna go to the next week and see what I took on Monday. So this is Monday, new week, so we're gonna start analysis one more time. So pretty much what can you see over here? Again, bearish fair value gaps getting disrespected with a huge displacement, and I just knew that we are gonna be pretty much bullish for the whole week. So we're gonna scale to the lower time frame and wait for 9:30 for New York Open. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. You can even turn on this indicator that's gonna show you Asia session, London session, and this is gonna be your New York session. So I'm gonna just delete it right now so we can see everything. And here we go. Now we're gonna scale to the lower time frame and search for the entry. You can see over here, like this. Here market was chopping around, so no trades, still no trades. Market was pretty much just chopping around. Then we made a retracement, and I was like, okay, I didn't get an entry here, but right now market actually came here, swept this liquidity, and if I'm right, market also swept this liquidity. Plus, keep this in mind, guys, bullish fair value gap delivery. I'm just gonna play the price because if I can remember, it was somewhere here. Yeah, here we go, sweep of liquidity. And then if we go to the lower time frame, there was a really small fair value gap, but still it was significant because it was aligned with the drawn liquidity. So you can see that market came here, rejected, and then the next candle, boom, huge displacement through the upside. I remember this trade because I made like around $3,000 on this one, and stop loss somewhere here, and I was targeting these highs, or I think that I was targeting also 1-to-1, but it doesn't even matter. You can target 1-to-1 or something like this. So if you play the price, you can see beautiful. And maybe even if you left your file and take profit to this unmitigated gap because market needs to retest this, it played out more than 2-to-2 risk to reward. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not gonna bother you too much anymore. I took one more trade here on Tuesday, but it's pretty much the same concept. So let's conclude everything one more time. First of all, we need high time frame. I wouldn't say buzz, but like narrative of the market, like I would say bigger picture. Second, you are waiting for 9:30 session, of course Eastern time, for market to open. Third thing is gonna be, what can we put in the third thing? Let's make checklist of like 5 things. Third thing is gonna be wait for manipulation on opposite side, on one side and target opposite like this. Okay, I'm gonna just do this, guys. Then fourth thing is gonna be I don't know what can be fourth thing, guys. We can wait for fair value gap in direction to get inversed. And fifth thing, the last thing, take your profits on meaningful levels of liquidity, or 1-to-1 strictly, or 1-to-2, something like this. So that's gonna be it, guys. That's the whole checklist that you need, and if you follow this every single day, I can literally guarantee you that you're gonna be profitable day trader. So that's gonna be it for this video, and I'm gonna see you in another one. Peace.